trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live, I don't know what these mad for. I just signed a deal and got a really big bag for it. You still at your mama crib and getting money, you gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining, I gotta change my situation.
Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Detroit Lions. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
50, plant. Go.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. All day.
Go.
56. Mike. Go.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Showing it.
Clear.
2nd and 9 now. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On the set.
50. I got one. Double time. 3 down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And Woods has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Look at me. Zipper.
On first down, it's Gurley. And an alley to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now.
My 52.
Here we go.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The end result, 21 yards.
30 base.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Check it out, Reed.
Go.
Now Gurley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense, hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Back to throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Bullock's kick is good, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Back north. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Check 15. Check 15.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
They run the counter with Cook. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1. Yard there.
Sends the lead on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on. Check that.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 21 yards there on third down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Check. Lucky. Wide. Get wide. Check. 26. Hey, black. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Easy.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Switch. Watch the ship.
Inside.
Watch the ship. Big end. Jam.
Wipe out.
Jump.
On the carry, it's Cook. Shifts by him. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Bang. 6 guys.
Inside.
25. Check 25. Check 9.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Come on. Spawn. No.
Hey, Kelly. Don't let Kelly.
Slam.
Wipe out.
Switch. SOS.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check. Crunch. Keep.
Okay, over here.
Check 43. Check the backer. Deuce. Check nickel.
We are going.
Now Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Here's Rodgers to throw on third down. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Lambo will put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, let go.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Let go. Get it.
He'll look to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Check tight end. Check tight. Check
Go.
He's coming to you. He's coming to you. Motion. Hey.
They'll try and run for it. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there. But they do convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Go.
56 to Mike. 56.
Hey.
Big stop, G.
Right.
Big stop. Let's go.
Hey, Jack.
56.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Let's go. 15 line it. 15 line.
You better be afraid of me. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Shoot!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Look at me, zipper! Mike 51, Mike 51. Go.
He'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down.
3 down, out.
Ready, go.
51 to Mike. 55.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The 1st down run with Gurley, a good one. He gets forward for 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
You're online, baby. Get this. You're online. Shoot.
Pilot, 64, weak. Down.
Now it's Gurley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
On the ready.
52.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Go.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Ready.
Back to throw. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Now.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Check 52.
Yep.
Check 52's to Mike. Know your job. Hey, Mike 52.
Gurley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamison Crowder. his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Shrugs him off. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
88. Jumbo!
Throwing now is Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. To throw on 3rd down. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Ready? Here we go. Smooth. 51 the mic, boy. 51.
They'll throw now on the final play. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch out, watch out. All right. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Hey, flag, flag.
So that'll back him up 5.
Benedict, 258. 57. I got it. Check, check, check. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. No. Check 4, check 4. White left. Check inside.
Cook following the penalty. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Check. Hey, check 26. Get Mike. Tackle. He's coming. We got double up. Hey. Kelly, show left, Kelly.
On first down, Cook trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Down. 60 or. I got you, son.
They'll drop the throw. And he'll find Moreau here. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there's an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And Bullock will put this one through, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Over here. Back. We are going.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Under 10. 10. Kill.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Hey, 626.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready. 18 Gator.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Topper. Go.
Here's Gurley. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Watch the curl. Check 3. Go. Motion. 5.
Again they run with Gurley. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
They run. It's Gurley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
Yeah.
56, the mic, boys. 56.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. They're going to look to throw. And that one's complete to Gurley. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 15-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Come.
From the pistol, it's Gurley. And he's stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Go.
Hey, check.
2nd and 9 now. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
A 31-yard attempt.
Bullock's kick is good, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
That's it, baby. We got one.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now Rodgers completes it to Hearns. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
Green 18. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Now this time Rodgers will throw. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Arizona.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rodgers now on 1st down. Got a man open, it's Ross. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback with the deflection. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Come on, set, 8, read.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch. Hey, 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 hey.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Look at me, zipper.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Set, 50, plant.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Cut.
Mike 56.
Cut.
56.
Another carry now for Gurley. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check.
Now a draw play for Gurley. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Rodgers to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
We 19.
50. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
He's back to throw. And this one's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here I come.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Now in desperation. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathed a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Lions, it's a nice win to finish off what's been an ugly first half as they move to 2-6. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got